Hi everyone! Today we're checking out my favorite Armstrong nursery, which is in Pasadena. And as you can see, we're walking into their beautiful houseplant section. And we're just gonna get a tour of all the cool little plants they got. We got some classical music going on in the background, so I hope you feel serenaded by that as well. Sorry ahead of time for any shakiness. For some reason my hands have been really shaky lately, but I will try my best to keep you all steady. So I don't usually start off in this section, but today we're gonna go ahead and take a look at all of the 4-inch plants because I feel like it'll be easier to go through all of them that way. So here is some kind of Pellionia. This is kind of cool. They don't really look that healthy right now, but I have a Pellionia. I've had it for about 2 years, but I'm not really that good at taking care of it. So this is $8.99, and I feel like it could look a lot healthier, but it's a cool plant at the very least. And here is I don't know if this is actually a Raphidophora Decursiva. It's $19.99. To me, Raphidophora Decursivas and the Peperomia dragontails look exactly the same when they're juvenile, so I literally don't know if this is right, but I don't have a Decursiva, and I'm hoping that these actually are Decursivas. There's a whole bunch of them here, and on the off chance that it's true, because lately I've been seeing a lot of the dragontail plants, so on the off chance that this actually is a Decursiva and not a dragontail, I'm gonna go ahead and pick one out. I'm gonna get this one because it feels drier than the rest and I don't want to chance any root rot. Now I'm gonna have to carry this plant around with me the whole tour, but it's okay, we'll do it somehow. Here we have some 4-inch watermelon peperomias. This one is $12.99. Very full. And this one here is $8.99, which in my opinion is the better deal. They kind of look the same to me, honestly. Over here we have some Peperomia Ginnies. This one is $5.99, and a Hoya Krinkle for $14.99. We also have some baby ficuses. So we have a little Audrey, and we also have a rubber tree. Okay, I put my plant down because I was getting a little shaky. But here, $19.99 for Calathea Dottie. There's also the zebrina here, $14.99. I always misname I've been mistaking recently the zebrina for the jungle velvet one. I don't know why. They don't really look that similar. And then here, I believe this is a Xanadu, yes, for $7.99. And I think this is a little baby Birkin. And remember, we're probably going to find the bigger version of all of these plants later on in the tour, and possibly healthier looking versions. Some philodendrons. This one's growing kind of weird. We got some of these babies, $10.99. I have one of these and I found it at the 99-cent store, but it was like $8. But look at that one back there. We have to see it. It has the hugest leaves ever. Wow, that is so cool. Really pretty leaves. And we've got some Marantas here. These are $9.99. I don't think they're variegated. But there's also an orbifolia. This one is $16.99. And there's been a lot of begonias recently. This one's really pretty. I always get into begonias. $9.99. I find that you have to water them so often, and I don't know, that's not my type of care. If you watch my channel, you already know that. But there's some more of these. I really hope they're Decursivas because that would be so cool. Maybe if I find a little healthier looking one than the one I have too, that would also be very awesome. I'm hoping to find one that has 2 babies in it. I think I skipped a little over here, but we have some Pileas for $12.99. And I think this is a Bonsai Begonia. I could definitely be wrong. I'm not a begonia expert by any means, but this is $25, $24.99. And here is a black Pagoda lipstick plant. I love the leaves on it, $12.99. And I saw another, here we go, lipstick plant. It's just a regular one for $9.99. Coming on over here, I think we're in the Hoya section. So here is a Krinkle 8 for $29.99. Hoya Ripple. I'm not sure if that's the same as a Krinkle 8, but there you have it. There's also a bunch of these pubicalyxes. They're pretty big for $16.99. That's a really good price. Usually they're like $20, at least where I live. This is a little 4-inch one, which I prefer. This one's $9.99. And next to it here, we got some australises. This is a little 4-incher for $12.99. I also skipped this, but it caught my eye. Really pretty. Maybe a laniata, maybe a narrow form adansonii, but it's $12.99. So pretty. I'm really I love looking at these. They always catch my eye when I see them. And we also have some Crimson Queens here for $29.99. Let's see if they're both the same price. Yep, they are. There's even more up here. I believe this is a Crimson Princess. Not that much variegation, honestly. This one's $24.99. There's no variegation on here. It's only at the top. I find that to be a little weird. And there's also some Scindapsuses here. These are $24.99. And depending on which one you get, it can be full, like this one, or it can be sad looking like that one. Oh, and here's an obovata. You don't commonly see these. This one is very full. This one is $24.99. And here's a neon pothos for $19.99. 6-inch pot. I love how the colors of this plant are just different variations of neon green. That's so pretty. And then here are some Tradescantias, Orchid Cactus. Here, this is a healthier looking version of the Pellionia. Let's see if it's the same one. I've never seen one so huge. That's so cool. Honestly though, I kind of like how they look when they're smaller, because this doesn't look super healthy to me. You know what I mean? It could be completely healthy, but it just has a kind of look to it that's just not oh, that's the healthiest plant ever. You know what I mean? And orchid cactuses, $29.99. Some bigger black lipsticks for $24.99. And here's some more Hoyas. Look, these ones have a lot more variegation to them. And then we also have a Lisa australis. I recently learned that's what it's called. $24.99. They're so pretty. I love how they look. Their coloring is so nice. Nice and creamy. Another obovata. I love obovatas. And some Nanox, of course. $16.99. And then I think this is a strawberry. Let's see. Senecio silver heart hanging. This one is $14.99. This is actually really pretty. I don't know if you can tell. I like how that looks a lot. Let me see if the leaves are chunky. Yeah, those are really succulent leaves. Succulent. They're very like, you know, they're like succulents. And then here's some little plants. I like these a lot too. They look very dainty for $24.99. Also some cute pots. I've been thinking about spending more on pots. I don't know why, but that's recently been like, look how cute this is. And then I look at the price and I'm like, maybe not. All right, moving on to this section. I see these begonias. I forgot that wintertime is kind of like, well, fall, I guess, is kind of like begonia time. I always forget that, but this is $16.99. It's called the Begonia Looking Glass. I think it's so pretty. I love these leaves. I really like begonias. I just wish they didn't have to be watered so much. And there's some heartleaf philodendrons here. These are $16.99. There's a neon one here for $34.99, or a lemon lime, and a Brazil for $19.99. And whenever I see this, I'm like, oh, did they mix in like a Rio or something? But someone said that's how they look when their leaves get bleached. So I'm always like, oh yeah, that definitely makes sense. And there's also some, I think these are tissue culture rafts, which I personally kind of hate the look of them. Like, what is this? I know that sounds mean, but it's true. And these are $24.99. Some more going on here. Look how tall this one is. Oh, there's more of these. The more and more I see them, I just really feel like they're not Decursivas, and I'm just gonna have another Peperomia, but that's fine. They're really pretty plants. But I just would like to have, you know, a variety. And here are the bigger Birkins. They look a lot better than that small one we saw earlier. These are $34.99, which is kind of a lot. Like, you can definitely find, like, already $34.99, $24.99. Like, even right next to it, you can find a cheaper one. $24.99 sounds more reasonable. And this is the Peperomia section. Caparatas here for, I guess, $19.99. And these are like 6-inch pots. We have even bigger watermelon peps. These are $24.99. Yeah, $24.99. And we have some gorgeous, amazing Micans. I love this plant so much. I have so many different propagations. I'm not even mad about it. But these are $69.99. That is so much in my opinion. But honestly, whenever I do see them, they are about this much. I got mine so long ago, so it was a lot less expensive than this. It was also only a 4-inch pot, but now I have so many different pots full of Micans. I adore them. They're one of my favorite plants of all time. And they're so gorgeous. Sorry, this lighting's kind of weird, but there's 4 of them here, so if you do want to pick one up, you have the option. They're really easy to propagate, and they're kind of like easy to grow as pothos. So we have those, which was surprising. Usually you don't see those ever. We have some dracaenas, you know, all that good stuff. Oh, I think here's an anthurium. I could be wrong. Anthurium superbum, $24.99. These have grown on me. I wasn't really a fan of them. Let's see. Oops, sorry. There's some bigger ones here. But the way they grow is just not, like, I cannot keep this in my house. I need plants that grow either upwards or just not outwards, you know? I also just remembered too that crotons take over fall. I am not that big of a fan of crotons. In my opinion, they just attract spider mites, and that's all they're good for. These are $16.99 though. So crotons always come out in the fall, and then I hate poinsettias. They always take over entire garden centers, and the selection is just lowered by the amount of poinsettias there are. So we're gonna skip over those. But here we have some more ficuses, some more Audreys here for $34.99, and we have altissimas for $19.99. And Calatheas. I spy a large orbifolia. Boop. And the sky is $19.99. It's also a little bit underwatered at the moment. And there's ferns. Ooh, here's like a staghorn. And this is $14.99. Ooh, okay. So over here we have a lot of homolomenas. You don't see them often either, but they do show up, you know, around here. So $16.99 for an emerald gem. And we also have domino peace lilies. You know what? I've never known that their flowers also came out variegated. So that's a really cool discovery right now. Wow, that is so cool. And we got some Marantas. These are red Marantas for $16.99. We have these regular Leuconuras and a lemon lime. I think lemon limes are my favorite. I don't think I have one at the moment. I think I killed mine. $19.99. When I don't take care of my plants, Marantas, Calatheas are definitely the first to die, so that's a problem. Oh, here, these flowers aren't variegated, so maybe that was just a weird one-off thing. Spider plants, we got a curly baby, $16.99. Variegated, oops, $16.99. They're all attached to each other apparently. I spotted in here as I was walking by a mandarin plant. Tangerine? Yeah, mandarin. Mandarin, $16.99. And someone told me this is related to a spider plant, which makes a lot of sense because they can really withstand like droughts. So these guys will live when I'm not taking care of my plants, unlike Marantas. And here we are at the Deliciosas, the large rafts. There's some more of these, and some more philodendrons. I think we've pretty much covered everything. Oh wait, this area here. So these are like outdoor succulent-y plants. Ooh, variegated string of pearls. It's crazy how common these have become when they are so hard, in my opinion, to grow. These are $29.99. They're so pretty. I love how their flowers are purple, but I don't think I'm ever gonna buy one again because they're just so hard to take care of, and it's really sad when they die because they're such a gorgeous plant, you know? And it's kind of hard to find them again if you want to own them again. So we have those. And some little baby plants here. Some lithops. No, these are not lithops. I don't like these. I don't know what they are, but I don't like them. They're like fake lithops. And some string of turtles. $19.99. Okay. Bundle of sticks plant, I guess, for $34.99. Okay, so I think that covers pretty much all of the plants. That's a nice selection, right? This is my favorite Armstrong, and I hope you can see why. But like I mentioned earlier, I'm kind of been wanting to buy more pots, and someone recommended to me self-watering pots, probably because I mentioned so often that I hate watering plants a lot. And then I noticed these, and as soon as I saw it, I knew it's a self-watering pot. So I was thinking of getting one. Let me see the price. $24.99. So the way these work is this is where you put your plant. It doesn't have a drainage hole or anything, because you put your plants in here and the water is able to go through the pot, and that's how the plant waters itself. You fill this with water up to the line and you put it in there, and your plant just soaks up what it needs. So I am gonna get one of these. I don't know if I should get blue or pink. I'm kind of leaning on blue, even though pink is one of my favorite colors. It's just, it reminds me of too much of Easter. I don't know, I might go for it. Oh, but these are really cool too. These are also $24.99. Wow, I love all of these options. Oh, look at this one. Okay, I'm gonna make my selection and I'll show you guys what I end up getting. But there are some cute pots here. There's some little hangers. Let's see. I like how they have everything color coded. Honestly, I'm such a cheapie. I always go off of the price. Oh, are these self-watering too? They are. There's so many options. I was looking online and I was like, this is not very full of options. And now I'm here. I'm like, wow, it's a good thing I didn't order any online, because they have those plastic ones. I don't really want plastic ones. Wow, there's so many color options. This is a really nice surprise. This is so cute. I hate though when the tray is connected to the pot planter. I bought one a long time ago from like Home Depot or something, where the tray was connected to the planter, and I've had it for so long that the glue like broke them apart, and now they're separate, and I'm really happy. I'm gonna leave all my pots like that outside now. But these are so gorgeous. This one's $11.99. I feel like that's pretty good. And I'm still so shocked at how many like color options there are for these self-watering pots. I don't even want to know though, like how much they cost the bigger they get. You know what I mean? And these are the other pots we looked at earlier, but I didn't notice this before. Buy them. And I also did notice these. I believe these are orchid pots. They might not be, but I would use this for an orchid. Or this one too. I just don't like how they have the tray connected. That's always a bummer. Okay, well, I'll show you guys what I end up getting. How many I end up getting. I always start thinking about like, I could be buying so many more plants instead of these pots. But then I also want my plants to look beautiful. When I see people's shelves and they have their plants in beautiful pots, it makes their plants kind of look like a work of art. You know what I mean? And I want my plants to look like that too, because I love them. And I feel like they should be admired, like as if you're in a museum. I don't know if that makes sense, but okay. I'll see you guys with my hopefully haul of pots. By the way, just as I was leaving, I noticed this huge stingray alocasia. It's $199.99. So that's pretty insane. Okay, so I almost forgot to show you guys my little haul. It's always like a single plant haul that I end up doing. But I did get the Raphidophora Decursiva. I honestly, like, the longer that I have it, like, the more I believe that it's just a dragon tail epipremnum, which, like I mentioned before, it's fine, but I already have one, and I don't know. Hopefully it is a Raphidophora Decursiva, but I'm not very hopeful. If you guys know how to differentiate the two, please let me know in the comments, or if you can tell which one this is, also please let me know. I only got this one pot, but it's the pink one. I decided to go pink. It's a cute little self-watering pot, and I'm thinking of filming a video on like probably a month of using this pot, but it is so adorable. And like I mentioned earlier, usually when you buy self-watering pots, or if you look at them online, they're kind of a go. So excited to find a bunch of cute ones. And this pot was $24.99, so it was more expensive than my plant, which was $20. So this was $25 and that was $20. And this is why, like, it fits in the pot perfectly actually. So it's for a little 4-inch plant, and I'm hoping that it solves my problem of underwatering plants that need a lot of water. And yeah, so I think I'm gonna film a video on that, like a month-long video, and see how that goes, because I can imagine that some plants will not do well in this pot. Like, putting a succulent in this pot would probably mean death for it. So I don't know, we'll see. But that's it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed, feel free to subscribe. But I'll see you in the next video. Bye!